Alright, Rise and Shine math fans, here we go. This is review 8.1 and 8.2 for Algebra 2. It's basically inverse variation and graphing rational functions. So first of all, it says determine if the following represent direct, inverse variation, or neither. Okay, so remember, let's zoom in real quick. Direct is when y equals a constant times x. Inverse, I know I keep saying indirect, but inverse is when y equals a constant divided by x. So basically, inverse variation is a rational function. It's the ones we're graphing. And yes, that's an A, not a 9. I keep writing my A's like 9s. Just get over it. There we go. So here we go. What we're going to do is just solve for y. So to solve for y, we're going to divide by x. So that one, oh hey, it looks like inverse. Wow, I just drew an arrow to the wrong one. It looks like that one. Okay, so it's inverse variation. All right, if I were you, I'd try to do the rest on your own. But here we go. Either way, so the second one, y is already alone, and they're multiplying each other, so this has to be direct. Okay. Number 3, okay, you notice how both direct and inverse are either multiplying or dividing? Well, this is neither. This is adding. It's a different, that's a linear relationship. So this is neither. Alright. And last but not least, 2y equals x. So get y by itself. So if I divide by 2, you may look at that and think it's inverse, but in reality it's y equals, think of it like 1/2. Oh, good night. It's 1/2 x. Alright, so this is actually direct. Alright, so x is multiplying the 1/2. Alright, cool. Alright, number 5 and 6. Remember, real quick rundown on these. Remember for inverse variation, or let's say direct. Direct is y equals ax. Therefore, if I want to find a, it's y divided by x. So if I divide my y's by my x, wow, this taps like crazy. If I divide my y's by my x's, then I'll get the same number every single time. For inverse variation, again, that's y equals a divided by x. So if I want a alone, I have to multiply by x. So I got this guy. It looks like this. So if I multiply my x and my y and I get the same a, I'm going to get, that means it's an inverse relationship. Okay? So let's try that real quick. Let's try multiplying. Let me go get a calculator. Give me a second. Actually, I want to start with dividing because I want to prove a point here. But so if I divide, I'll literally take 38 and divide it by 2. Y divided by x. So 38 divided by 2 is 19. Then 19 divided by 4. 19 over 4 is not 19, but 7.6. Alright, so that does not work. Therefore, it is not direct variation, because remember, direct variation is the one where you divide. Okay, so let's try multiplying. We just multiply them together. 38 times 2 is 76. 19 times 4 is also 76. Hey, look, we're seeing a pattern. 9.5 times 8, that is also 76. And 7.6 times 10, yeah, that's 76 as well. I just multiplied all my y's by my x's all the way down the list. Alright, and since I got the same thing, when we were multiplying, it is an inverse relationship. Okay, so this is inverse. And if you wanted to write the equation for it, since it's an inverse, it's y equals your constant, which your constant is 76 over x. But it didn't ask you for that, but it just asked you what kind, but that's the equation for it nonetheless. Alright, see if you can burn through the rest of these real quick, and then come back and watch the video and see if you got them right, okay? Let's try multiplying first. 15 times 3 is 60. 9 times 5 is... No, 15 times 3 is 45. What am I thinking? 15 times 4 is 60. 9 times 5 is 45. Okay, so this might be direct. Or it might be inverse. 8 times 6 is 48. Yeah, and that's 55. So, nope. That doesn't work. Let's try dividing. 15 divided by 3 is... Let's be consistent with my colors. Let's try dividing. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 9 divided by 5 is 9/5. Yeah, I don't know what that is. 1.8, I think. 6 divided by 8, yeah, is ugly. That's 3/4. That's 0.75. So, therefore, neither one of them works. So this is neither, 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 whatever. Alright, number 7, let's keep on going. Let's try dividing. 9 divided by 1.5, so 9 divided by 1.5 is 6. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 39 divided by 6.5, I don't know what that is. 39 divided by 6.5 is also 6. And 60 divided by 10 is 6. It's division, so therefore this must be, it must be direct. See? Direct variation is when you're dividing. Let's go back to my pen. This is direct. And again, if you want to write the equation, it's y equals your constant. In this case, my constant is 6 times x. Last but not least, number 8. Let's try division first. 84 divided by 1.5. 84 divided by 1.5 is 56. 31.5 divided by 4 is 7.8 whatever. So, not going to work. So let's try multiplication. 84 times 1.5 is 126. 31.5 times 4 is also 126. 21 times 6 is 126. Yay! 10.5 times 12 is also 126. Yay! So since we multiplied them together, we must have a inverse relationship. And therefore the equation for it would be y equals your constant 126 divided by your variable, your x. Cool.